Hey guys, my name is Nicole and this is the backpack that I used for law school. Some of you guys have asked to take a look inside, so that's what we're doing today. I think that this is the first backpack I've had that has lasted me more than one full school year. So I'm very grateful to my brother, Elijah, for getting it for me for I think a Christmas present a couple years back. It's been awesome, which is surprising because I literally trash my backpacks. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a Christmas sweatshirt in this video, you can thank my brother for that too. So the day that I'm filming this video, I only had one class, which is wonderful. I had crim law today, so you'll notice that my backpack looks a little empty. It's usually not that way, but don't worry, I'll let you know what else goes into this thing most of the time. Time for an angle change. All right, so let's open this up. Well, that was obnoxious. All right, so the first thing is obviously my wallet, because you need that for many things in life. This is my water bottle. We actually got these for free at LexisNexis workshop that we had to go to for school. I have other water bottles, but I like this one. It's actually not bad. It's just kind of weird that everyone at the law school has one, so don't lose it or you're pretty much never getting it back. I've been doing much better on hydration this year. I'm pretty proud of myself. This is my planner, which you guys have seen before from my scheduling video. Per usual, it's not looking great. Next, here's my crim textbook, and I promise it's bigger and heavier than it looks on camera. So for law school, this is something I didn't know. There are actually different versions of all of these textbooks. This happens to be mine. We did have to get the newest version of the book, which really sucks because they're all like $100 to $200. But I do have to lug this around when I have crim, which is 3 days a week. So that's a lot. Next is my crim notebook. So there's all my very messy notes. This folder is always in my backpack, or maybe not exactly this folder, but a folder to hold my syllabi and any handouts that we get in class. I hate just having crumply papers, but it usually just results in me having like really crummy folders. So these get replaced every month or two, and it's just whatever free one I happen to get from a seminar. All right, should we go to the smaller pocket? In my smaller pocket, it's kind of like a little trash can, but there's a lot of important things in there that I need, like napkins, because I'm messy, like my code for my locker, because I could definitely forget it. LexisNexis hires students, or I guess doesn't hire, but like asks for student volunteers for these things called table tips. So they'll sit out in the courtyard and basically give out like candy or chips or whatever, and you get some points on your LexisNexis account. And sometimes little goodies like these little tabs and post-it notes or whatever. So I usually don't hang on to those things, but these are actually really helpful, and I like that they're easy to carry around without getting messy. I probably don't use this as much as I should. Oh, you guys know from my bullet journaling video, this pen is everything you could ever want. I love it. They run out of ink way faster than would be preferred, but that also could just be because I doodle a lot in the margins of my notes, and I make them run out of ink very quickly. We've got a lot of like pens and stuff in here. Let's see if I can get it all out. I've got a couple just like whatever regular pens, so if somebody needs to borrow mine or my other one runs out of ink, these are just backups, I guess. And then these are all of my highlighting tools, which again, I don't actually use that often, but when I do, I really like these. This ink, it's probably just bleach or something, but removes the color after the fact, which is pretty cool, and it actually works really well. And then these are some pens that I got from a specialty stationery store in San Diego, California. They're like gel highlighter pens. They're good for color coordinating with my highlighting of the text if I want to write some notes that actually has to do with that highlighted portion. I mean, you can probably see back there. I'm not going to pull that out, but those are for, those days that girls sometimes have. We don't need to talk about it. A little handheld mirror for when I care, which is not often. A little hair tie for when I don't care, which is more often. some breath mints that are branded from a firm that came and gave a talk at my school. I am all for getting free branded items at law school. Got a couple little chapsticks, one colored, one plain, because I'm dehydrated despite my water. These are some headphones. I think they're supposed to be like knockoff Beats or something, but they were like $30 on Amazon. I got them a couple years ago, and these things are amazing. I love them so much. The only other things in here are like some ibuprofen and like bobby pins, so I don't feel like we need to pull that out. Let us turn our attention to everything else that often goes in my backpack. I'm just gonna stand behind the camera and like point from here because that's easier. This is my computer. It comes to school with me pretty often. Not as often actually as I would like, because professors usually don't let you take notes on their computer, although that would be really helpful. So anyway, moving on. Over here is what I do take notes with. These are my other two notebooks for my classes, Constitutional Law and Civil Procedure, which has 3 books. And yes, there are days actually, especially Tuesday, I have a class that I do need my computer for, and I have all 3, plus Crim over there, I have all 3 of my doctrinal classes. And so literally all this, that, and the stuff that was already in my backpack from earlier all gets stuffed in between my backpack and my hands on Tuesdays. Umbrella often comes with me now that I live in St. Louis because it rains or snows a lot. And last but not least is my lunchbox over there because most days I do need to bring my own food to school. Anyway, that's pretty much it. All my stuff that goes in there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it enough to give it a like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment below. What do you put in your backpacks for school, and do they last you longer than 1 school year? While we're already on the topic of questions, I wanted to remind you that next week, very excitingly, is our 1-year anniversary of this channel. It has been an amazing year, and I can't wait to celebrate it with all of you next Monday. I thought it would be a great opportunity to do a little bit of a Q&A in that video. If you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask me about my life or law school or being a law student or LSAT or anything like that. So if you do have any of those questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, or you can DM me at LAA Law Student on Instagram. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys are interested in knowing more about and celebrating with you next Monday. Until then, God bless.